But the Canadian government came out with a solution to assist those who wished to continue to be promiscuous, and their solution was, absolutely true, but the evidence there, glory holes. Now, some of you are laughing because you know what that is, right? Some of you are laughing because you're not laughing because you know what that is, and some of you don't know what that is. Do you know what that is, man? No. Okay. I will apologize. I will explain it to you. I will explain what a glory hole is. Things you didn't think you were going to see tonight. And I understand, because in England, a glory hole is all the rage. They're all the rage. In England, you cannot go into a British pub without seeing a glory hole. What it is it's a hole in a toilet wall where people will, where men will, she's laughing, I think you're getting it. Men will put, I assume it's men, mainly using glory holes, right? I mean, I can't imagine many women kind of going up to a glory hole going, see what happens? Women have too much class, right? And this isn't, women would just never do that. Right? Gay or straight, no woman would do that, but men, it's just all men. Like, so men would go out and they would put their member through. I assume it would have to be somewhat half-mast. And then they stand there and they wait for something presumably nice to happen. How unfussy can you be? Like, people can do. I'll read the official. So this was announced by the Canadian government. This is a fact, and it went online. It went onto the Canadian government health website. They deleted it very quickly after there was an outcry. I fucking screenshotted it. It's real. So I'll read you. So the headline, it says, and this is from Global News, this says, try glory holes for safer sex during coronavirus, the Canadian government says. This is real. It's real. Canadian health officials are recommending an age-old, occasionally cutting-edge tactic for sex during the coronavirus pandemic, glory holes. The Canadian Centre for Disease Control added new recommendations for socially distant sex to its COVID-19 website. One of those tips, I suppose it would be a tip, one of those tips was to try using a glory hole. Oh, here's the explanation. A hole cut into a wall that's only large enough for a penis to slip through. The official. So everyone now knows. Glory holes are typically used for anonymous oral or penetrative sex, according to the dictionary. But they're also an excellent way to limit physical contact during intercourse, the Canadian government says. Glory holes allow for sexual contact but prevent close face-to-face contact, the health organisation right. I think we get the gist. It says here the recommendation is just a tip and not a firm rule. Mandatory masks were one thing, but mandatory glory holes? I mean, I would have been protesting that one. I would have been outside the legislature going, no, I will not use a mandatory glory hole. The site includes many other tips for reducing your risk of spreading the coronavirus during sex, such as wearing a mask, refraining from kissing, using a condom. Over your head, maybe. And washing your body with soap and water. I need to do that anyway. I mean, I found this fascinating because I've never quite understood the concept of the glory hole. Like, I've never really understood how it came to be, and like, what's the thought process? Like, I mean, every British pub, they're everywhere in England. Like, is the thought process like, say I'm in a pub and I go to the loo, and I'm sitting on the loo, I'm just sat there doing it doesn't matter what I'm doing something, I'm just sitting there minding my own business, and then suddenly, I mean, I'm not an impressionist comedian, and I never thought that the first impression I ever do would be my face as a penis. But what is the thought process? Is it that this happens, and I'm sat there and I kind of think, well, since I'm down here, would I do that? I don't think I would. Own hands. If you're worried about an infection, you are your safest sex partner. And then they clarify that. I mean, I think we all understood what they meant there, didn't we? But no, they had to explain it. Masturbating by yourself, brackets, solo sex, will not spread COVID-19. I suppose it depends how you're doing it. But also, I mean, I guess it wouldn't, maybe it isn't just the promiscuous that would use this. Like, can you imagine? I don't know how this would go down. How would you broach this? Imagine if I got home one day, got home in the evening, and I come in the front door, and I got a sheet of plexiglass under my arm. I come in, my wife's like, what's that? Why you got a sheet of plexiglass? Why is there a hole drilled in it? I borrowed it from the library. Why? Why have we got a big sheet of plexiglass? Well, here's the thing, love. You've got the COVID. I don't want to get the COVID. It's my birthday. And I don't want to wait another year. I'm glad you know that. I almost didn't do that bit.